My name is Lori Yarbrough, and I'd like to welcome you to Homemaker Dynasty. You know, so many times when we're cooking, we want to make a really great meal, and yet when we open up our cookbooks, we come across terminology that we don't understand. So today we're going to talk about some of those terms, and the first term we're going to talk about is braising. And all braising is slow cooking meat in a liquid for a long period of time, so low and slow. It kind of tenderizes the meat and breaks it apart and just gives it a really great flavor. So we're going to talk about the braising liquid we're going to use, and you can use a braising liquid with just about any meat, including fish. But today, for the purpose of making Ossa Buco, we're going to be using pork roast. You can also use pork shanks if you choose to. So as you can see here, I have already browned the pork roast, and I buy in bulk when it comes to meat, especially the grass-fed meat, because it's cheaper per pound if you buy places like Walmart, Sam's Club, and Costco. So I've already browned the pork roast, and we're now going to start by browning vegetables that we have. So I've chopped up a large yellow onion, 1 large carrot, and 2 ribs of celery, and I'm using 3 cloves of garlic. So we're going to go over here to the stove, and we're going to see what this looks like. Placed in the pan, a heated pan, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and now you're just going to put your vegetables in here to saute. It's going to take about 8 to 10 minutes till they get that nice, yummy, caramel-colored brown on them. Soften them just enough to put in the liquid. So I'm going to start with this, and you don't want to put your garlic in too soon because it will burn, and nobody likes the burnt taste of garlic. Okay, you can see that these have browned up nicely, and we're now going to add the garlic, the anchovy paste, so there's about 3 cloves of garlic, a nice big healthy teaspoon of anchovy paste, or you can cut up 3 anchovy fillets, and then a ½ teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Stir that in and get it nice and mixed in. See how nice that's working? Too bad you can't smell it. Now we're going to add about a ½ cup of tomato paste in here and mix that in good. You can also add chicken stock at the same time. 2 cups of chicken stock. Kind of deglazes the pan. Gets all the yummy bits and caramelization off the bottom of the pan to mix in, so it gives it added flavor. Just want to stir, get that all nicely mixed in. Next, we're going to add 2 28-ounce cans of crushed tomatoes, tablespoon of lemon juice, and a cup of red or white wine, whatever your preference is. I'm using red. And I usually try to use like a Pinot Noir. I stay away from the cabs. It makes it a little bit too bitter. But more of a mellow flavor. We'll get this all in here. That sauce for about 10-15 minutes, just letting it kind of all the flavors marry. I'm gonna use a crock pot. You can use in the oven at 350 for 4.5 hours, but I'm gonna use a crock pot because I can do the same thing and walk away from it and not have to keep checking the oven. So I'm gonna place my pork right down into the braising liquid. It's pretty much going to be covered. You might have one of the bigger pieces sticking up a little bit, but most of it's going to just be covered because that's what you want to do. And then you're going to take 2 bay leaves and put those in there. You're going to take 2 nice big sprigs of rosemary and drop those in. And then about 5 to 6 sprigs of thyme, fresh thyme. Fresh herbs taste better in this dish, sometimes dry, but if you have dry, it'll still have a nice flavor, just not as rich of a flavor. So you put that on to cook for about 4 to 4.5 hours on your crock pot on low. And after 4.5 hours, you're going to have a dish that is both delicious and healthy. And you can freeze this in the freezer for up to 3 months. So if you want to double the recipe and then freeze it, it's a great freezer meal. Okay, now we have finished our Ossa Buco. It's several hours later. And I, just for the sake of showing you what you can put it with, I paired mine with some polenta. So here's the Ossa Buco and the polenta, and we'll talk about how to make polenta another video time. So in the future, when you want to see more videos, if you will hit subscribe and subscribe to homemakersdynasty.com, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.